We're a family of 5 who spend most of our summers sailing around in our 28-foot sailboat Helios. Join us as we journey through the rivers and the canals of Europe on our way to the Mediterranean Sea. Today we're playing with the electronics because I bought this new VHF radio that I'm going to install in the boat. I actually installed the antenna a couple of years ago, but I never got to buying a radio because I wanted to wait till the new models with GPS arrived. But now it's time to do it. One of the problems we have here on the boat is that there's not much room for the electronics. And I know it looks like a giant mess down here, but there's actually meaning to the madness. I've already fixed a lot of it and I know where everything is plugged in. But just in order to be able to reach some of the components much better, I'm going to install this access panel. And we're going to be putting it right down here somewhere, so we can easily get to the wires if something goes wrong. I've drawn up the patterns and now we're ready for the fun part, making holes in the boat. As usual, I hate doing stuff like this, but it has to be done. I'm going to use this multi-tool once again, and I've mounted this saw blade to it. So I've never tried this before, so let's see how it goes. I think that went okay, but the corners are a bit difficult to get, so I'm going to try to use the drill and drill out the corners and see if I can get the plate out now. Let's try drilling a small screw in there to see if we can't pull it out. Now maybe I can get some of the stuff out that I dropped in here last time I was making the electronics. Look at all the nice stuff that was lying down there. I've actually missed this thing a lot, but now it's all rusty. It's probably too cheap. Well, I got the antenna and the power for the radio set up. So before I mount it all the way, I think we have to make a test call to Lyngby Radio, which is the Danish national radio, to see if everything is working. So let's do that. We're gonna change to channel 62, which is the local working channel here in southern Jutland, because I don't want to disturb them on channel 16. Lyngby Radio, her Helios, radiotest.
Ja, her Lyngby Radio, hvem kalder for test?
Det er SY Helios, jeg har lige installeret en ny radio, så jeg skulle bare lige se om den virkede.
Ja, SY Helios, den fungerer meget fint, ingen problemer der.
Tak skal du have.
Selv tak, tilbage til 16.
So, it looks like it worked. I'm not exactly an expert in soldering, so I wasn't sure the connections would be okay, but Another small project I have going is to get this 12 volt outlet mounted down in the boys' room. Now that they've become teenagers, they need to power all their devices all the time, so it would be nice with one of these. And when mounting 12 volt outlets, I think it's important to have some pretty wide gauge wire, because you never know what you're going to plug into with them. So that's the next project. As usual with the electronics on the boat, there's not that much space to work on. Need to get it mounted down here somewhere, and then I need to pass the wire all the way through here and drill a hole down at the end so I can get to the panels. I had to pull the refrigerator out in order to access the place where I'm going to pull through the cable. And as you can see, it's not that easy, because it's just not symmetric. No matter where I try to drill, there's something in the way. But I managed to find a place, and I don't know if you can see it, but you have a hole right down here. So I managed to pull this blue wire down, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to attach it to the new wire and pull it through. As you can see, it's quite a mess in here. Some of the stuff is new. I've redone some of it, but a lot of it was like this. I think it was like this from when the boat was new, so it's not very convenient to get to it. But all the new stuff works, and at least I know where everything is plugged in. Oh my god. So I drilled the hole a bit bigger, so let's try again. Success. So I finally got it all through, so I just have to plug it up and see if it works. We're finally finished, so let's see if it works. There's light, so that seems good. And success. Well, that only took about 4 hours, so. Another small project I've been making is this new step for the pulpit. The old one wasn't looking very good. I forgot to film it all, but it was actually quite easy. I just bought this cheap piece of teak wood, cut 2 pieces and glued them together with some epoxy, and then cut it out and gave it a rough sanding. So now we just have to drill these holes and give it some oil, and then we're ready to mount it on the boat. So I also made this small holder for the handheld VHF. I'm gonna mount it right here besides the helm where there's easy access.